Hi everyone, and welcome to day 5 of prenatal pelvic floor strengthening. Today we will be focusing on strengthening through our mid-back and in between our shoulder blades. And why we want to focus on this a little bit is because during pregnancy and postpartum, we find ourselves to be a little bit more forward more of the time. So whether that's because our belly is growing and we have kind of some rounding through our upper back when we're pregnant, or whether it's because we're breastfeeding or bottle feeding or holding our little one forward, a lot of new moms find that they have a lot of tension in their upper back. So it's a good thing to try and strengthen before we deliver. For today, we will need a mat, a weight, probably about 10 pounds if you have it, a circle band, as well as a resistance band. So the first exercise that we're going to do is called a wall angel, and it strengthens a lot of the postural stabilizers of your shoulder blade in the back. So it's strengthening your rhomboids, your serratus, your trap muscles, and a few other kind of stabilizer muscles. So you're going to come towards the wall and you're going to put your feet on the wall, your bum, your shoulder blades, your elbows, your hands, and your head. And then the thing to avoid with this exercise is letting yourself do this. So you don't want to let your ribs pop forward. You want them to stay nice and far backward. If that's really hard to do in this position, take a step away from the wall and still stay in that position, and that will help. Now, from here, you're going to use the muscles kind of right where your bra line would be to lift up your shoulders into what would basically be a snow angel. So you're coming up like this and down like this. And again, all of those things that I said should be on the wall, stay on the wall. Most often, people will cheat with this exercise by using these trap muscles up here and kind of shrugging up and doing the motion. We want to stay nice and relaxed through those traps and have the motion come from the mid-back. So let's try 12 of them. They look easier than they are. So if you need some time to get used to this exercise, that's totally fair. But we're going to stay nice and flush to the wall, and we're going to come up and down. Good job. And you might find that one side feels a lot harder to lift. That's okay. That's what we're here for. That's what we're strengthening. It might be that your non-dominant hand feels a little bit harder to lift up. Good. We're halfway there. You should start to feel a little bit of a burn in the back there. Good. Keep everything on that wall. 4 more. Good. And last one, everybody. And back down. Good. So you should feel that in your mid-back quite a bit, but that was really well done. The next thing we're going to do is going to be sitting down. So we're going to take our band, and we're going to lace it in our feet. So we're going to kind of just drape it along our feet. And then we're going to take as much resistance as we want from the band, whether you want that to be a little bit of resistance or more resistance. And you're going to hold it with your thumbs up towards the ceiling and making a fist. I want you to try and think about putting a little bit more weight into the pinky side of your hand. So we're trying to activate some more of your postural muscles that way instead of just kind of cranking through the top and through the thumb. And then you're going to sit nice and straight, and then you're going to do a row backward, and you're going to come back. So again, we're kind of squeezing our shoulder blades together, and we're leaving our shoulders down and quite relaxed. We don't want to be up here doing this row. We want to be down and nice and relaxed. So let's do 12 of these together. Good. Again, try and use equal pressure with both hands to pull the band. Maybe you're a little stronger on one side versus the other. Try and keep it as even as you can. We're halfway through. Good. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good. And let's put that band away. And we're going to grab our weights right away. So I have 8-pound weights. You can use something as little as 2, something as heavy as 15. I'm kind of right in the middle with this one. So I'm going to lay down onto my back. I'm going to keep my knees nice and bent, and then I'm going to pick up my weight. So this exercise is for a muscle called your serratus anterior. A little bit of a funny name. But this muscle wraps around from our rib cage into the middle of our shoulder blade. So it sits onto the inside of our shoulder blade. And it serves a really important function because it helps with scapular winging. So winging is when you have a little bit of a lack of strength in your shoulder blade, which can impact the way that it moves around. So strengthening this muscle is actually going to really help our shoulder blades sit in the best position they can. So you're going to pick up your weight, and you're going to lift the weight up above your head just like this so that your wrist, elbow, and shoulder are nice and stacked. And then what you're going to do is you're going to punch it up towards the sky, pretending as if you're punching something up through here. And you're going to lift the weight up and then bring it back down. What you're not doing is like rotating with it or kind of thinking about just moving. It's coming from right here in the shoulder, and you're straight lifting up and down, up and down. Good. We're going to do 12 of those together, and then we're going to switch on to the other side. So punch up and down, up and down. Again, you're feeling it right here. Try and keep this nice and relaxed. Good. We're halfway through. It's a bit of a funny muscle, and one that people don't deliberately strengthen all that often. So if this feels challenging, that's great. It means we're doing the right thing and you're using the right muscle to do this motion. Now let's change it into the other hand. And again, right away, keeping everything stacked on top of each other, punch up towards the ceiling. Good job. Halfway here. 6 more. Good. And last one. Perfect. Great work, everybody. So let's pick up our green band one more time. And we're going to stand up and focus a little bit more on some of those postural muscles of the shoulder blade. So we're going to hold the band again with as much resistance as you feel comfortable. So whether you want to hold it with not a lot of resistance, or if you want to hold it nice and tight, it's kind of up to you. I'm going to go somewhere in the middle. And we're going to start by strengthening 2 muscles with this next exercise. We're strengthening both our middle fibers of trapezius and our rhomboids with this exercise. So you're going to bring your arms out like this, straight towards you, keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. We're not holding them up here. We're staying just like this. And then you're going to take the band and you're going to pull it apart, using those muscles in your mid-back to do it. Good. Let's do 10 here. Good. Again, try not to kind of pop your ribs. Try not to lift your shoulders up. It's going to be fatiguing because these are muscles that we don't deliberately strengthen all that often in our day-to-day life. And we sit forward all the time, whether we're using a phone or we're using a computer or we're using a screen of any sort. We're always rolled forward. So these guys are a little bit weak on most people. Good. Let's give ourselves a little break. And then we're going to strengthen a similar muscle group, but in a little bit of a different way. We're going to strengthen now our lower fibers of trap. So we're going to have one arm down towards the side and one arm comes up diagonally. This is the arm that I'm currently strengthening, is the one I'm lifting up. So I'm going to be pulling up and diagonally like this. Good. We're going to do 10 this way. And again, keep that shoulder nice and relaxed. We're not popping that trap up towards the sky. And you're going to feel this kind of at the bottom of your shoulder blade. Good. 3 more. Good. Last one. Awesome. Okay, no break. This arm comes down, this arm comes up, and pull apart with that left one now. Good. We're going to do 10 here. Good, we're halfway through. Good. And last one. Perfect. Okay, we're going to lower that band and we're going to pick up our band that has our circle band. And I'm going to meet you guys at the wall and show you how to use this one for the last exercise of the day. So we're going to have our arms flat up against the wall, pinky sides up against the wall, and our elbows are flush against the wall. We're standing straight towards it. And you're going to push out into the resistance of the band, and you're going to come up along the wall and down along the wall. Again, try and keep those traps at the top nice and relaxed. They're not working. We're using the muscles in between our shoulder blades and kind of on the outside of the shoulder blades to do this motion. Good. Push out again. Easy to cheat and relax the tension of the band on this one. Good. Back down. We're going to do one more, everyone. So push out against that band's resistance. Up and down. Good job. And then relax through there. Alrighty, good job everybody. That brings us to the end of day 5. Congratulations on finishing up with prenatal pelvic floor lengthening.